So I got PPZ versus PPZ. And we like started this like right when the game started. I kind of didn't realize they were about to start. And I rushed into it all of a sudden. Okay, Buzzard's going for a 9 pull. But actually delaying their gas. Yeah, this is like a really late gas for a 9 pull. It's already late for Uncle Toss, but it's like extra late for T-Egg here. There's enough distance that it probably won't matter, the difference in a link speed, but if he had got hidden so like on time, that would have been a massive advantage for link speed. Again, lagging again. Also lagging yesterday. You love to see it. Okay, I'm not gonna be like talking a whole lot today, but we are here to watch regardless. Things coming out for both Zergs. Uncle Toss is like slightly in the lead here, but again, it's like pretty minimal. So staying 1 on gas, I might be looking to do 1 hatch layer here. Gonna catch the Zealot and kill the Zealot for free, like not even losing 1 link, which is pretty huge already. But gotta be a little bit careful about overcommitting. Did get the Zealot coming from his teammate here, which is gonna be big. Gonna have the link advantage because of Defender's position, but also the extra Zealot's gonna be coming in here. Gonna have to run away. Positioning is actually pretty bad for blue right now, like with the army positioning. Oh, Uncle Toss was like very late on starting speed. All 4 tosses going 3 gate, which makes sense here, I think. Forge coming down, so this does put a bit of a timer for them to try and get some pressure on here. Because once these cannons come up, if your Zerg is getting blocked, then it's really bad. Also, bad catch here for... well, good for red, bad for blue. It's going really well on the Ling side of it. There are more Zealots for the red team, but Blue just took such a good fight there against the Lings. But yeah, with this like giant difference in Zealots here, it's too much. There's too many more Zealots for a red team. This is going really bad for Blue. We're fighting with like way less Zealots. The positioning for 6 isn't that good either. Like, he has such a far way to go when he keeps losing Zealots in the middle for free and just taking a bunch of free damage. AFK up here, like, really need them to be fighting together. And now Zerg is blocked in, so his Lings are basically useless this game. But this should not happen. Like, if someone's committing to like the Forge and extra cannons and stuff, and especially if your Zerg is like that far ahead of their Zerg and out trading them that well, there's no reason we shouldn't have enough Zealots to have broke through that. But again, I think part of it was just Marsix taking a bunch of extra damage and not really controlling and like staying grouped very well. Now, Uncle Six is defending here. He should have enough Zealots in production. Yeah, they're going to back off here, so he's not in danger of dying, but the long game, not looking great for Blue. But Zerg, if he can just stay alive, like if everybody can defend and stay alive, he can get into Lair and Spire. Could make a big difference. Got the extra hat trick coming down for T-Egg. So it's just going to be a lot of aggression here, so they're going to look to try and kill the Zerg. They should go for a counter, the sooner the better. With the 2 Sunkens and like good drilling and stuff here, you actually might be able to defend against this. Like, it'll be tough, but yeah, even going to cancel the Lair. And they're going to counter at 9 o'clock here, which should be a dead all long. So even if Zerg dies here, which it looks like he is going to die, it's a good trade. Like, if you're trading your Zerg that's already weakened for one of the Protoss players, it's actually good. And he'll just try to kill as many units as he can. Actually, he's gonna be able to hold. He'll die eventually, like if 12 o'clock keeps attacking him, but it looks like he's gonna try and save his teammate. At this point, it's better just to try and make sure the Zerg dies. Your at 9 o'clock is dead. Like, you're not gonna be able to make enough to save him. But very good hold actually from Uncle Toss. I thought he was dead. Very good cleanup. And now suddenly with that attack, blue team is very far ahead. Really smart to cancel the Lair, just to get the extra Lings out. To try and stay alive. So he's gonna try and like get an extra Suckin in. Just committing what little resources he has to just killing as many units as he can. He will die, but he has done his job. For sure. Yeah, really good play from Uncle Toss here, I think. And now the Zerg down here is also vulnerable, so it's kind of what I mean. Like, they committed enough resources to kill the Zerg that they lost a Protoss, right? Your Zerg players that go 9 pool and make a bunch of Lings as they're trying to attack or whatever they're trying to do. Like, look at TX's drone count, right? He's at 5 drones. He's unbelievably weak being, like, not attacked. The Protosses, however, can continue making workers and scaling and teching and everything, whereas Zerg can't really do that very easily. So if you're trading your Zerg teammate to kill a Protoss enemy, this is winning. Like, you're winning the game for plays like that. And the best thing that your Zerg can do is basically kill as much as he can, and Uncle Toss did a fantastic job of killing the first entire wave. So there's just like nothing out on the field now because he traded so well. There's just no Zealots to contest. And now with the Zerg going down, it's going to be Crazy Stone in a Protoss versus 2 Protoss. Does have the expansion done. We have 1 worker mining. Is getting into DT, but we do have observers coming for this is Uncle 6. Uncle 6 up here. Should be coming down pretty soon. I mean, I guess he'll live. If you can call 3 drones living. I just want to make sure that 9 o'clock is dead here. Marsox is going to expand. We got... No, it's going to be Reaver Tech, not Observers. I mean, Reaver is also actually pretty good here. You don't want to waste too much on the Zerg, sprinkling in little bits of army, but they are going to outmass enough that I guess it's fine to continue pressuring like this. Like, he won't be able to clear out this many goons. 2DT coming out now. Could lose a lot of the tech down here for these DT if they found this spot. Like, these cannons aren't covering like a lot of this, or even this up here, these 2 pylons. Maybe not even this from this angle to get the assimilator. It is getting a cannon here now. Even got Burrow, but we don't have any buildings anywhere, so saving these drones really doesn't matter. And with this final hatchery going down, EX door has put up the closed sign on the window. I had something clever in mind, and then we botched it. I'm just gonna blame my perma exhaustion. In the meantime, we got the Reaver drop, did come down here, killed a bunch of probes. GG is going to be called, and blue team, which is my team, the North, does take the game 1 win, giving them the 1-0 lead in this best of 5. Let's go, boys! I will get some water. Be right back. Blue team, very creative. Yeah. What should I call him? Team North. Call him Team North. All right. Like Crazy Stone got Terran this time. Everybody else is the same, right? Pretty tough position for Uncle 6. The only upside is that one of the people near him is a Terran, so the early game's not as scary. Kinda. I mean, if he commits to bio, it is still actually pretty tough. Depending on how he wants to play bio. But I know Crazy Stone likes to play mech. I see him playing mech pretty often. We'll see what he goes for here. Okay, it is going to be bio. You can tell because of this barracks placement. So he probably wants to do first barracks here, second barracks to complete the wall. If it's mech, you just typically would go for the full wall and start your gas. By doing it this way, the spawn kind of makes it where his first barracks is back here. It's so that you can make marines and have your marines on the wall side with your first barracks instead of having to worry about them coming out stuck on the outside. So that's why a lot of times in these positions, if you're spawning like that, the first barracks is actually up here before the wall barracks. I personally don't wall that often, but probably should. I don't like it though. The egg actually going straight for a sunken, which is a bit surprising. He also did, I think, a couple more drones. What are we at? 8, 9, 10 drones versus the 9 from Uncle Toss here. So it may have been overpull. And you know, going 11 drones total because we made the sunken as well. So I made a couple extra drones. Got scared, made a sunken, I guess because of the Terran teammate. Makes him feel not so safe. I mean, it does make sense. You kind of do need a sunken. I don't think you need a second sunken, but you actually do need an early sunken. Because your Terran can't compete with the Zealots early, so you're gonna be against the Ling Zealot. So, but just one sunken's fine. The second one's a little bit paranoid, I guess. But he's definitely going to be safe there. I didn't see how many probes we got up here. But Uncle Six is already up 8 supply here, so pretty good Zealot lead. Oh, this was a Zealot. Okay, it looks like he only killed 1 probe. Is going to push him back all along, definitely down a few Zealots here. The egg stuck inside of his base because of these 2 sunkens doesn't mean he's going to have way less lings. Going to go for a target on this gateway here. While one is going inside looking for probe kills, not going to find any. It's pretty good trades against the Zealots on this side. And may just be able to kill all along very early here. Even going forge and cannons while pressuring all along. Yeah, the extra creep hurts him a lot. It's very bad. Definitely, you need that hatchery much quicker, because by making that creep and going overpull, you're already going to be behind on your ling count. So it's going to be so long before you can break out here. But with the extra creep, like, it's kind of never. Like, he never should be able to. Like, the extra creep, the evolution chamber, meanwhile, Uncle Toss going up to 3 hatch here. We do have the bio coming down here, though, to, like, help him with it. And gonna get a really good trade. Does lose 1 medic, which actually does make kind of a big difference. Going into goons is Marsox, but immediately loses 1 goon. And now we just have 1 goon for defense against this bio Ling force. Also, I guess he was going DT, but DT is really bad to go for in this situation. Because, yeah, like, as you see, like, there's just no units here to to fight against the army. Luckily, Uncle Toss, or not Uncle Toss, sorry, Uncle Six. So many uncles. Uncle Six is killing Along 1v1 very easily. Mar6 is barely gonna hold and does have enough for a Nexus. But Extralings coming in now. Along does escape and have enough for a Nexus as well. So many uncles. And with this Nexus getting killed, Marsox is now dead. Alright, well, it's gonna be a tough game. Yo, Chase, what's going on, dude? Thanks for the 100 bits. Uncle Ozzy with the comms. Yeah, they had no plan versus Terran. I gotta turn down the audio on my alerts. I don't know why it got so loud, but remind me to look into that later. I don't know how to fix it, or I would just do it right now, but I'm gonna have to look it up and figure it out. Let me see, can I don't think I can change it. Yeah, I can't do it through OBS. It probably has to be done through Streamlabs. I'll look at it between games, maybe. Blue team's actually in a lot of trouble now. Yeah, we only have one sunken. I think he's just dead. Like, we might just be dead. We have like all of this stuff here. We need to bring these back like a long time ago. It does actually get turned around by these zealots, buying them some extra time. But it's just gonna be the one sunken still. Bunch of lings kind of running in here. This fireback could just do a ton of damage. Even the probe drill like helping out. Yeah, the firebat does die pretty quickly. They're killing enough of the units that they're not really in danger of losing 6 o'clock anymore. And like buying him all this extra time, getting an extra sunken. But he does need to make like an extra like 2 or 3 drones maybe after this. The Protoss here at 12 o'clock is like very safe. Like there's no way they can break through this. Yeah, so they're gonna start making bunkers. Blocking of him. Turret coming down as well. Now we're making a couple extra drones. He definitely needs this very badly. I mean, Stone has a lot of bio here. Like, this bio ling is so hard for them to deal with. ETs come out, but the turret does finish in time. And they're gonna look to hit 6 o'clock again. Yeah, I guess worried about the... I guess the mutas, but doesn't even realize that there's no spire here. Not even a lair. Looking pretty rough for blue team. He might be able to survive this, like with the extra 2 sunkens coming in and a few lings here. The bioforce is not that big, so I think he can survive this. He might lose like his hatchery, at least. But I don't think he should die. Does Pure Me still play? I haven't seen him lately. Alright, we'll see. I mean, the bio is stimming in here. Yeah, it looks like I am wrong. We're dead. Even heavy held at this point, like our drone count is so low. Meanwhile, Toss cannot break out. We're rooting for blue. Blue is my team. But looking like we are dead here in game 2. Well, not looking like we're dead, we are definitely dead. Alright, we won game 1. Ties it up 1-1. It's a best of 5. Down goes Uncle Toss, making Uncle 6 the final uncle of the blue team. Right? Or is Mar6 an uncle too? Never know with the Chinese. Everybody's an uncle. Attempted storm drop. Is gonna kill some of the bio, but pretty much it. Yeah, it's a best of 3 after this. True. One way to look at it, yeah. He'll never be able to break through all these bunkers. And he knows it. GG is called. Going on to game 3, tied 1-1. Alright, Crazy Stone's Terran looking pretty strong that game. Marsox maybe should have made some units. I think he made like 4 units that whole game. Crazy Stone with the Terran again. Positions are pretty even. Actually, very even. But probably slightly red favored, but not by a whole lot. It does mean that the Zerg on blue team probably won't be able to get any damage done. Maybe some like very early game control. Maybe they can transition that into like trying to cannon this area, but I think they want to meet up in this area. We'll see. We'll see what they can get done. Oh, pure me. That's Rui. I gotcha. I was like, man, I feel like I've seen that game, or that name. I'm so dumb. Yeah, Rui still plays. He'll be playing in this tournament. He's literally my teammate. That's funny. Something's wrong with me. Uncle Ozzy. Yeah, that's me. Right, so they're gonna go for the full wall. I would love to see pylons here and getting the Lings to control the space and just getting cannons up. If they can cannon this area and like block it off with gateways and stuff and just kind of block those two in and focus on killing the 1 o'clock. feel like this is like a really good play they should go for. But we'll see what they want to go for. It looks like we're not making a forge. We're actually just going to make a gas here for... Is that Uncle Six? Yes, it is. I agree with that. Marsoc should never try to tech again for the rest of his life after what we just watched. I wonder what this is going to be. Okay, so they're not going to go for cannons here. They're just going to try to get aggressive early. Okay, one probe goes down. Meanwhile, the Lings are going to kill this gateway. Zealot got the bug. You hate to see it. That's a tilter. But they're not going to get any more damage done than that, it looks like. Maybe just a couple probes. A gateway. This is not enough damage as it stands right now. Cancel the cannon. Get the Lings out. Not a very good start, but we are going to have goons coming for Uncle Six here, which are going to be pretty good here in the early game, as there is no tech for these three players. Bio with stem with Zealots tanking. And B Dragoon's pretty hard though. It is a little bit difficult to kite them properly, but we'll see how good his micro is in that situation. Still rallying Zealots though, which is not very good at this point. R6 needs to stop wasting units here. And even going into his own Cyber Core, which I think is a really bad idea. Lings maybe looking to try and get in here, but yeah, this is not going to work. Double Dragoons are out now. They're going to have to do a lot of work. Fire. Okay, this is very... We'll see if it works out for them. But all three players on blue team are going for tech. This is not good to do. Like, you typically want one person full committing to tech, and at least one person that's like all on macro to try and stay alive. You got two people tech to Cyber Core, and your Zerg was going one hatch layer. They should just die, to be honest. You can't triple tech like this. I mean, you kind of see in like the unit discrepancy, like if Red just pulls the trigger, there's no way for blue to stay alive. Green range not done yet. I'm gonna lose one Dragoon there. Start. Bunch of Zealots coming down here towards... Yeah, you don't need two gas either. And I think our Zerg player is about to die. Maybe he doesn't die with the help coming in, but I mean, he looks pretty dead to me. And even if he doesn't, just the amount of damage he's going to take. Definitely overstimming, at least by the Terran. So that is going to help them clean this up. Does manage to save 6 of his drones here, so it's not too bad. Is going to lose the Spire, sadly. Or... Okay, not going to lose it. Okay, actually working out somehow. We're doing this weird DT thing from Marsox. I don't really understand, but, you know, to each their own. Okay, well they do hold what I call it stabilized. Probably not. Especially if we're bleeding off Dragoons. Got 3 meters on the field. I mean, there's a lot of army here. It is enough to clean this up. If it all fights together. Definitely want the Zealots to be helping with the fight there. Marsox, please. Muta's getting as much value as they can. Gonna go after these medics as well, which is like really nice. Careful. My commentary is very biased because this is my team. Uncle Six is playing pretty well with his Dragoons, I feel. DT's coming out now as well to help stabilize. Meanwhile, we got the world's fastest ET drop on the way. He is what you call a chicken after all, so it's okay. He's doing his best. There are 3 turrets here and 4 scans. Sponsored by China? Not quite. Yeah, we dropped a probe. I mean, if nothing else, they're killing a lot of bio, so it's really not that bad. Any China cast? Yeah, I'm just a part of the tournament. I'm trying to cover the whole tournament. Alright, I think it's looking pretty good for blue team right now. It's a while before they have any real detection to deal with the DTs out on the field. There are a lot of cannons here, so like Along's not gonna die. But the DT will be able to get like pretty good trades. And we're just gonna continue doing this like DT Muta harass over here. I kind of like this. We got Dragoons for like range, kind of chipping away at the buildings, and then when Zealots come in, you got the DT jumping on top of them. It does look like Crazy Stone is going to be able to stabilize here. And look at this like mess down here from Marsox. Meanwhile, Uncle Six finished a expansion in the meantime. Starting his Templar production now, which is obviously going to be fantastic against the bio. Yeah, legs are done now, but he did lose a lot. With the Marines coming in from behind, they're going to be able to clean up this army, at least. But the longer this goes on, the better it is for blue team right now. Yeah, we're going to move command, and it's okay, you know? Why not? They were dead anyway. Got a couple cannons coming up, but we have storms, almost 2 storms here, so like Uncle Six will be able to defend this pretty easily, I feel like. 5 gateway production. The main worry, I guess, would be your Zerg players, very vulnerable right now. But there's still no observers yet for red team. So just some additional DT could continue to trade well. Are a few scans available at least. But coming in behind this army and kind of chipping away at it is going to be very helpful for keeping the Zerg alive. It's going to get a whole bunch of Sunkens up as well. And with this coming in behind as well, there's absolutely no way we're getting any damage done. Although, nice little flank here on the Protoss army. So maybe we can get a little bit done. Maybe kill the extractor, the spawning pool, a few drones. Okay, so we're definitely getting some damage done now. No storms have been cast yet, but we're gonna get a couple juicy ones surely, right? Okay, just 1 storm cast does do pretty decent. A little bit of damage taken by the Zerg, but it's not too bad. In the meantime, like, we are growing. Uncle tosses anyway. Or sorry, Uncle Six. Ugh. I'll tell you what, Crazy Stone loves his drugs. That dude stims like crazy. Good storm there. Got a few more ready. Top of the bio is pretty good. This is a pretty scary army from the red team now. You're just trying to add little bits of value as they can. Marsox has a lot of supply. But like, I don't see any units. Right? There's over 100 supply, but this is such a small army. No upgrades for him either. 0, 0, 0. And now with all these cannons coming up and storms and stuff, it's starting to look really bad for blue team. I was gonna say probably tanks coming soon as well. Trying to break through this as Protoss with tanks doesn't really feel like an option. We rebuilt some creeps, but we actually don't have a spawning pool to make a greater spire. Or sorry, our sunkens. But there are a lot of sunkens still up. Greater Spire probably going to be finishing soon to maybe get some Guardians out to stay alive. And now our Protoss players are going to be stuck in here. We do have Arbiters coming for Uncle Six, which is going to be really, really good. If they can survive long enough for that to come into play. And still no expansions for Red Team. So hopefully Uncle Six's macro kicks in here pretty soon. It's going to need a bit of a gateway explosion, like another 4 or 5 gateways even, would be really good. Losing all these pylons is going to supply block Marsox as well. Got our Guardians on the way. But with this many Sunkens, there's no way they can break this. But they're gonna try. Right? Am I wrong? I don't know how far away the Guardians are. Okay, there we are. Gotta be careful of the storm, though. Yeah, it does start pre-spreading his Guardians a little bit. And in the meantime, big army here coming through in the counter into mid here. Huge storm does hit all the Guardians, as I was worried about, but he does hold on here. And yeah, that attack actually gave them a little bit of a window to come in here with all the Zealots going down, not here to defend mid. It's going to make it where maybe they can break through. A lot of storms are almost ready here. So we might just barely not break through, actually. Looks like upgrades just finished for Uncle Six, 102 now. And just kind of continuing the rally here. And the Guardians coming in as well. Looks like we are actually going to barely be able to break through. I think we're trying to storm the Guardians, but couldn't get to them. Gonna start an Archon instead. And they are doing it. This expansion is the only expansion for Red Team right now. Marsox does have his up as well. As we know, Uncle Six has been mining from his for a very long time. Got like 14 idle workers. That's okay. The fight is more important. Red Team is starting to push this back. These Guardians, though, have added so much extra value to this push. Random gateway at 6 o'clock. Why not? But it feels like while they're fighting like this, it feels better for blue team still because they're mining so much more. The only difference, I guess, is the Zerg player is very, very weak right now at only 32 supply. It's a strong 32 supply with the Guardians, but only mining off of 1 gas as well. Our Arbiters have finished, so we're heading towards recall. A counter recall would be pretty huge, especially onto the Terran here. Like, he has no like real macro in his base right now. Barracks are all up here. We have 2 factories here. Kind of a fat supplied garden here in the middle of our base. Yeah, some of these players are decent. Like Crazy Stone's pretty good. Uncle Toss and Uncle Six are both pretty good. Which one is T-Egg? 12 o'clock? Been playing pretty decent too, I feel. Nobody expanding though, like that's the only thing is the lack of expansions from Red Team. Like you see the big supply lead for Marsox and Uncle Six now. Kind of making up for the weak supply of Uncle Toss, but he's been taking a beating, barely holding on. Our first recall, okay, here it is. Looks like we're gonna look for 1 o'clock possibly. Terran is the better choice, but it's also hard. Like this is all a bunch of black right here, so they don't know what's in the way, so it's just this is the safer choice. I do see it coming with the observer. I'm gonna try and fly in here. Energy is spent. Recall goes off. A little bit of a baby recall. A bay recall, if you will. Meanwhile, we have the Toss pushing him to the Zerg here, trying to defend with his Guardians and Sunkens. Is going to be able to hold on here. Yeah, it's your recall. We do have another recall ready. Marsox building up energy for himself here. And yeah, this one is spotted. Siege tank coming out. Gonna deny this expansion, which is really, really painful. Hopefully we can get some shuttles out and get on top of that. We also need to pull our probes so we don't have to remake all these probes after we clear this up. Hopefully we're looking. Okay, we are looking. We need to do the recall here now. Okay, so that's good. That should clear this space up, which is also still very nice. Keep us from getting going. But unfortunately, we're going to let this tank kill every single probe over here. Yeah, we are going to kill the tank, but we have 2 probes left. That hurts pretty bad. In the meantime, Marsox is hanging on pretty well here against this push. Storming the observer only somehow. recall heading towards Uncle Toss. It's looking not good for blue team right now. I guess Uncle Six was floating 7,000 minerals, so it's fine. You can see the lack of gateway is definitely starting to hurt us some here. I wouldn't mind seeing all these zealots, like this army, kind of regrouping and getting ready for an extra recall. Yeah, this tank position is going to deny this. It can be stopped here. Yeah, we have a ton of storm banked up here. Boom! The MP shuts down 4 Templar there. Yeah. Thought I had more, but 4's fine. Guardians also counterattacking 6 o'clock. We got Chaos. Everybody just kind of denying each other's expansions right now. Here comes the recall onto the Zerg. This should get no damage done. Oh, okay, there was a Templar. I didn't see the Templar. It kills a few drones at least. Facing into the DT. Actually killed a lot of drones. Okay, this did way more damage than I thought it would. We're very close to dying down here. We got a basically pure High Templar recall storming the turret here because it can detect us. I get it. He's gonna get in here and start storming some SCVs. I think that blue team might be dying. Or rather, they can't seem to get enough damage done. I'd love to see another storm, but he's not going to notice in time. And down it goes to the SCV, the hero. We are denying some expansion still, at least. Killing probes. Always good. Gonna target the Nexus as well here. Maybe they're doing it. It's such a close game, actually. Uncle Toss keeps running around these like little bitty hit squads of just a few Guardians here and there, barely holding on against the pushes. Mid looks like an absolute nightmare to try and break through, but a lot of the bunkers are empty. Both Protosses on red team are just on one base. Like, we only have the one expansion here for Crazy Stone still. To me, this is like the biggest factor right now. And not actually being able to come down and deny this base that's going to be going up possibly with this drone. Another recall coming down onto Crazy Stone. Once again, we have a bunch of empty bunkers for defense. Gonna take some more damage here. Is floating a couple thousand minerals, so it's not like immediately urgent. And we don't have a whole lot of production with our base layout. It's such an odd looking base. It looks like a campaign base to me. And yeah, I guess the he kind of is, right? It's funny because like his supply's never been over like 70 this game. But he's managed to hold on, and then these Guardians have gotten so much value throughout this game. Is he gonna die here though? Is this the killing blow? How big is this? Oh, it's a pretty big recall. We even did an additional recall of like 3 units. You know what though? There's no anti-air, so eventually... Oh, okay, never mind. That stasis is pretty brutal. But once again, his job is done. He took beating after beating after beating, contributed, and his teammates are doing a lot of damage in the meantime. And you know what? He's still not gonna die. Yeah, he's been attacking non-stop. I've never been sure if he was gonna die or not. He's managed to barely hold on constantly. I mean, even now it's like barely hanging in there. His teammates are getting more and more damage done. We're at 30 minutes and we're rebuilding our spawning pools so we can try to get some Sunkens in to stay alive. Lose this Arbiter, this is very important. You hate to see it. But 12 o'clock is dead. This Devourer wants this Arbiter at all cost. We got the Irradiates coming in. I think Uncle Toss is finally about to die. But is it too late for Red Team is the question. Marsox is Max. He's sitting here Max and has no clue what to do with himself. Actually, is this? No, this is Uncle Six's recall. And for the third game out of all 3 games, Uncle Toss has been eliminated. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. We need so many more gateways. He has literally typed, show me the money. Yo, Chase, thanks for the 100 bits. Uncle Toss OP. RIP. We have this extra base set up here for Marsox as well. These Zealots finally getting some usage. This base going down for Uncle Six, but the joke is on them. He didn't need minerals. Only the gas. Does have 2 on this top geyser. Probably for like the entire game. Gas, gas, gas. He's going to be able to push into this base and kill it, but it's also not really that important right now. But Crazy Stone definitely trying to do what he can to pull this game out. I mean, he's got a lot of supply. We're even making BCs, which is not great against Carrier, but... I'm sorry, not Carrier, I mean Protoss. Well, I mean also Carrier, but... This tank has been sitting here getting value like the whole game. And it looks like blue is finally starting to kind of break through the game here. Wait, where did these extra BCs just come from? Being extra annoying here with the stasis. Guess it's about the only thing he can contribute anymore. And Crazy Stone finally cleans all this up, but completely broke now, running only from this this natural base here. Yep, there's a ping going down here to start rebuilding. Marsox does have a pretty good gateway count. It's honestly the only thing that I feel like Uncle Six is like really missing. Like just, it's okay like if things get kind of like packed in, just throw down an extra like 5-6 gateways. Even try to like get another base if possible. Like I would love to see like a recall on this to clean it up with a probe or something and just start building gateways down here. Or shuttles even, like he has shuttles. But that being said, I mean, they're gonna win the game anyway from here. They should. Hard to imagine losing from here. But their supply is getting a little bit low, actually. Crazy Stone has a lot of supply, and his DCs are very bruised. Probably from all the storms. Even a recall on top of the units here. Yeah, you just kind of see like BC are just not good against Protoss, especially with like no upgrades against the 302 and 303, 313. Finally breaking through 1 o'clock. Gonna be able to wrap this game up soon. We did push these tanks forward, actually. We're gonna kill this base. Marsox is low on income, or low on bank. does have this expansion at least. So losing this isn't going to be the end of the world, just need to get this mining and pumping probes. I don't know, Crazy Stone might actually be able to pull this off from here. Like he's not weak at all. The game is not over. Yeah, he really needs to spend his money. Nostalgia! What's up, Hugo? I'm slightly worried for Blue Team just because of Uncle Six not being able to spend his money. Like, if he spent his bank, he would just completely run through this game right now. But Marsox has, like, no income, or, like, no money. Crazy Stone has a huge standing army. He's almost maxed right now. Well, his bio, I think, was 3-3. Yeah, 3-3 bio at least. And the Protosses are still alive. Not by a lot, but they are alive, and we have, like, this random base for sharing bases here. This is an Uncle Six base, I guess just for more gas, but like please throw down like a fat number of gateways. Like we need this so badly. And if this base goes down, Marsox is going to be really struggling for money. This game actually... Red might actually win this game. That's crazy. I was going carrier now. But just give me some gateways, please. Please. Alright, this base is about to go down. I don't know, guys. Carriers are not very good against Protoss, really. Like, if they get enough storms and stuff. I mean, the main thing is that Crazy Stone doesn't have a lot of production, right? We have 2 factories, 2 starports, 4 barracks. Like, that's it. Another factory in the middle. So his production's actually very weak, so if you kill a standing army, then... How many times have I changed my prediction? My prediction is based on what should happen, okay? So when I say, oh, so-and-so is winning, or so-and-so should win from here, that's all it means. Okay, little baby recall with a bunch of observers here. But it is on top of the production of Crazy Stone. These 3 BCs here, we have a lot of storms to them, so we spread out our storms, but there are EMPs. Immediately hits one of them. EMP on top of the Arbiter as well. 2 more storms here. If we want to use it. This base does get spotted by this probe. Okay, we made an extra gateway. That's huge. We do have double cybernetics for upgrades. We need to make sure like both of these are working. And I'd love to see even like more plasma shields. And this bottom left base is about to go down. Bottom left. Pretty worried, guys. Another Uncle 6 recall. Go for the spot here. Kill some more of Crazy Stone's workers. Actually gonna clean up the tanks. I guess there's no tanks here because they're all pushing down to bottom left. The final tank going down there. With that tank going down, they can actually like fight mid. We'll see if they notice that. But Dieg and Along are coming back into the game a little bit. I mean, they're getting their bases up and running again. Basically, we got a lot riding on these carriers, which don't have good enough upgrades to fight against the bio. The good news is just that there's only 3 barracks right now. Do we have BC upgrades yet? No, so still no upgrades on the BC. Up to 7 carriers now. Marsox is maxed again. Maybe gonna look for a big recall. Not really a good place for him to recall right now though. But I mean, attacking middle is actually an option. Only 1 tank survived down here. I think it is the only tank on the field. Another one here. Yeah, looking for the recall, but getting bounced back. Almost dying there. Carriers are now going to show themselves. Alright, so this will be kind of the deciding factor here is, can these carriers get the job done? Do they even have the interceptor upgrade? Because none of these carriers have over 4 interceptors. He has enough carriers. I don't think he has the upgrade. Yeah, and realizing that they can actually go mid now. There are going to be like stasis here to try and clog them. Boom. Kind of annoying. I don't think we have the interceptor upgrade. Which is literally cutting the effectiveness of the carriers in half. So even though he's at 11 carriers, it's more like 5.5 carriers. Big stasis about to come down. Please, please get the interceptor upgrade. It's so important. Now the storms are coming out here for the carrier. So the 2 big counters, the carrier is storm and stasis. Oh, good feedback actually from Marsox. Yeah, good feedback on that arbiter. That was huge. That actually saved all these carriers from getting stasis again. Crazy Stone is still max, but it's on all these 0-0 BC, so they're really not that scary. That's the scary part right there. The stasis is the worst part. What's the second worst part? The other worst part is not having the interceptor upgrade. This has been a pretty crazy battle for Game 3. So we finally got upgrades on our BC. And I think we are doing it right. How many times have I said that this game? Like 10 times? We just never we're not gonna get the carrier upgrade. Let's just assume the interceptor upgrade's not happening. No capacity. I like how the music even gets, the sound effects get quieter. Like you're actually far away from it. Oh, we got it! Hey! We have a carrier with over 4 interceptors. Nice. Very good. Here comes some more stasis for the carriers. Boom. And another one. With those last few. Boom. I mean, they're starting to stabilize, but when these carriers come out, they don't have any more stasis left. Yeah, they need to kill this. There was a ping for it just now. Make sure the bottom bases are cleared out. Kind of target the CC here. Big storm. A lot of damage on that storm. Alright. If the dust settles, the carriers are now going to try and clean up these bottom bases, which will be really nice. This game actually might still go on for a little bit, guys. Oh, man. We're just getting started. Our stock supply is getting pretty low all along, actually. Up 40 supply right now. I think he's gonna lose his base. Needs these units to come help, but we have all these tanks and BCs coming down now. We're up to 2-2 upgrades on the BC now, 1-2 on the tanks, so Crazy Stone's upgrades are starting to come into play. So we're gonna be able to clean these bases up, but in the meantime, we're losing middle, and Marsox is losing his only expansion. And he's broke, down below 100 supply now. Guys, is blue team losing? This is ridiculous. This is like the most seesawing I've ever seen before. Yeah, and these like these stasis are buying so much time. I think they're gonna lose. That's crazy. All of a sudden. I mean, stasis is just so good against scare. Like, it bought so much time down here, it's insane. And despite my very biased casting, it looks like red team is actually going to take this one all of a sudden. Out of nowhere. GG is called, and red team, after an hour, takes just game number 3, giving them the 2-1 lead in this best of 5. That's crazy. I'm exhausted. I didn't even play, but I'm tired. That wore me out. All right. Marsox going to be playing his Terran. They're swapping to the ZZT. And we'll be playing against 2 Protoss and Zerg. Somebody told Marsox, hey, play Terran. No more Protoss for you today. And I think I know who said it. Ugh. Sorry, we'll look in a second. I kind of know what's going to be going on. It's going to be... Oh, it's not? Okay, yeah, okay. It is. What's this pull timing? It's like 12 pull. I think we went 12 pull, 12 gas for Uncle Toss. Nine pull for Uncle 6. Marsoc's going mech as expected. Double 2 gates. And 9 pull here. Maybe overpull, actually. Okay, so the big thing is making sure your turn is protected. He's going bunker, marine, so the mech is going to be pretty late. We're going to be flowing a lot of gas by the time we start our factory. If you need to make marines in bunker, yeah. Part of the reason you even play ZZT in the first place is so you don't have to play like that. Like, you can just wall and not make anything, and your Zergs should be protecting you and covering the map. A really bad trade here for Uncle 6. Yeah, not great to lose the Lings. But maybe it's okay. Yeah, the Protoss sharing here, so 6 o'clock does need to make a second at some point. And he went the extra eco, so making the sunken's not too bad. Looking to maybe pressure this Zerg. But he has enough Lings to just clean this up, and he gets like a good start to the fight as well. Has Ling speed without Ling speed for the Zerg, so just really good trading so far for Crazy Stone. Meanwhile, third factories, or the 3 factories coming down from Marsoc, so that's good. Making the Vulture before the add-on is also good to do. Gonna start his depot and move this over for the wall. Got there eventually. A little bit worried about the early kind of trading here for blue team. Has been really, really bad. We're losing a lot of Lings here. Kind of for free. Vulture is out in time to prevent these cannons from going up. We're just going to need to see some good micro here. Actually gets this... Here, the pylon to block it. We're going to get the pylon block here. Slow these vultures down. Against double 3-gate, which they, I think, should have seen with the Overlords. I hope this is speed first, actually, instead of mines. But I don't know how comfortable Mar6 is with the trying to micro-macro at the same time. Uncle 6 is at least safe here. Uncle Toss should be okay. Like, he's gonna have a good Ling count as well. So it's looking pretty good for blue team right now. We're gonna get more buildings here, just buying as much time as we can, walking this turn in. Once we get the pylon kill though, we can get up on top of this cannon. Not really the best control. There's our mines. But we need to stop this cannon. Like, he could have stopped this cannon from going up. Still could if he's, like, paying attention and gets straight on top of it. He's just not watching. Could have been avoided. Okay. Uncle Toss is going to get targeted now, as he has been a lot this series. You need to see more Suckums coming down. Gonna help Uncle Six break this position so they can get back out on the map. But there's a lot of zealots coming and we have only 1 sunken and 4 lings. We at least do have siege mode for the siege tank, so as long as he can survive here, but it's gonna be hard with just the 1 sunken. We do have the lings coming back home. Hopefully he doesn't lose too many drones. Actually gonna keep the sunken alive too. Crazy. Fighting away from our sunken though, not good, and drones hatching right now. So we just didn't use our SimCity just now with our lings to stay alive. In a bit of danger. They're not realizing this. Sunken's almost dead. Yeah. Big mistake moving out these lings. Actually gonna cost him his life here. Yeah, that move out actually got him killed. It's kind of sad. So Marsox needs to kill the Protoss right now. There's also a Spire done. Or sorry, not done, but 2/3 done. On the way. So hopefully he's going to be able to get his turrets up in time. He does also have the armory. We do have Goliath popping out now. Vultures are right-clicked onto a tank, so they're not attacking. Almost lost that tank. Yeah, it's unfortunate Uncle Toss made that mistake. He could have lived a lot longer. They do see the Spire with this Overlord at least. Couple turrets are up. We did make some Goliath. It's gonna help with the push. R6 has a good army right now, like a very good army. Don't want to be losing these units. Big mine hit though. Okay, losing these 2 tanks, not great. Kind of understandable, especially after the last game. Mine's getting a ton of value here, killing all these zealots. 3 meters on the way. Like I said, we already have some Goliath. We have turrets set up. Getting Goliath range as well, Vulture speed. Boom! Got a friendly fire there on that last mine. Does clear up all the tanks, losing a lot of probes in the meantime. Is Uncle Six or Uncle Toss, did he not get eliminated? No, yeah, he's not in here. He's dead. Is it good enough is the question. I don't think this is good enough right now. I think it's GG. Might be a while yet, but very hard to play from here. We got DT coming out. Decent mute count. And this is Along. Along still alive as well. Yeah, we just don't have enough Goliath to deal with the Muta. Along. The Hydra count's decent right now. We got these 3 spores for defense. Just don't really see a window for them to get anything done. We do have a scanner now, but we only have 1 scan. They're killing a lot of the Muta here. Actually, might open something up. My only concern is just the single scanner. The only detection we currently have. But killing all those Muta is definitely a good start. Okay, we just killed our own tank. Okay, we do have an overload with this push. Muta not being paid attention to, so a couple more going down. Really big. DT gonna destroy one of these Goliath. Dude, killing our own tank hurts us so much here. I mean, pretty good trading from Marsox. We have no tanks again. Okay, we have 2 tanks here. But there's only like 1 cannon, like this almost dead cannon protecting pretty much all of this area. Once again, not enough anti-air here. Okay, Nexus goes down for Along, and unless he has something to cancel, he cannot rebuild his Nexus. Looks like he did have a couple things to cancel. We have an Arbiter out looking to recall. Oh no. We have like no actual anti-recall hardly. I mean, he's playing very low supply, very low drone count, trying to get Hydra out to help kill 1 o'clock. This recall might be a game ender. Also a lot of meat on the field right now. And that Ling just killed like 40 mines. Vultures running into Narnia. Hoping to find a base instead of just scanning and saving all of our vultures. And I think this recall is going to end the game. We have 1 Hydra and 2 Sunguns. I think with that, gonna be a 3-1 to the South team. Team South. The game's not technically over, but our drone count's down to like 6. I'll probably still play it out. Marsock's gonna go for a push here. If he kills Zerg, expansion's coming up, and it could turn into a 1v1. Potentially. Kind of. Looks like All Long lost all of his probes, so he is out of the game. But it's kind of a 1v2 right now for Marsox. And we're against double Arbiter production. Still a ton of mute on the field. We don't really have Flash to deal with the mute account. Yeah, with the like all those mutas and these zealots, I think they'll just crush this attack. With like a lot of mines behind to potentially kill the zealots, I'd say there's a chance, but we have 1 vulture and we didn't lay our mines. You're gonna get a stasis on top, make it even worse. So now we have like no anti-air here. Good stasis, very good play. Stasis off the Goliath, so there's no anti-air. And GG. Team South is gonna take the win 3-1. It's a very long series. Good effort. Good effort. Especially game 3 was like super back and forth. You're welcome. I am very tired. And so I think that makes the score, the overall score is 2 to 2.5, right? Is that right? South is leading by half of a point. I think that's right. Okay, I am super tired. Yeah, the series is over 3-1. There's still a lot more games to be played overall, and I'll like make like a little semi-bracket and release all the videos like nice and tidy at some point. We'll get it all sorted out later down the road. But I'm gonna head out. I'm incredibly sleepy. But appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the games. I don't know when I'll be back. I never do. I don't believe in making plans or promises. We played all by ear. But it's good to see you, Chase. Hope you have a good night. And I'll catch you guys later.